Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 214. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to go ahead and click on that link on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. If you'd like to join me on camera, I'll bring you on right after I do the weather. And then you can, promote yourself, your business, your special event, say hello. All of that would be great. And also, it would be great if you share this out so that more people here in Durham can find out what is happening. So let me put on my specs and move my keyboard, get comfortable in my new little office chair, getting used to it. Wait a minute. There we go. Hey, William's here. And William is saying, Good morning, Durham, NC, from NCCU. That's North Carolina Central University, indeed. And he's also saying my favorite phrase, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City. And it really is. The sun is out and everything. Dave is here. Hey, Dave. Early morning, Skywriter. Yeah, on Saturdays, of course, I do it a little early so that when I announce the farmers markets, you can actually go because they close at noon. So I don't want to do my show at noon. So on Saturdays, I do my show at 10. And a little fist bump from Dave to says Willie. Okay, fist bump. There you go, because we're friendly here. And William is a product of of Durham, North Carolina. Ooh, excuse me. I'm actually a product of Chicago. My mom is from Durham, though, and the reason I'm living here in Durham now is because my mom's sister needed some help. She had Alzheimer's, and I moved here to take care of her. And now I hope I'm an honorary Durhamite. So I hope you, welcome me into the family, so to speak. All right, William. All right, so let's actually, with today being Saturday, that means I'm only going to be reading from the Let's Go calendar of events page. Okay, William's feeling good today. Says I'm a prominent figure in Durham, North Carolina, and you are, because I remember meeting you. Yes, sir, indeed. And actually, folks, check out his YouTube channel because he gives tours of Durham and shows you around. So yeah, William M. Andrews. Yes, indeed. So let me go to 14 and happy Valentine's Day to both of you. Yes, indeed. So let's go to 14. It is the 14th. Yeah, 14. Okay. Let's see what is going on today in the Bull City. Now you only have another hour for February Cars and Coffee. Usually the first, you know what? I'm not even going to say the first Saturday anymore. It seems like they're changing up on us because today is the second Saturday. But let's just say on certain Saturdays, Road Scholars, great pun, at 5425 Page Road, they have a Cars and Coffee where they show off cars. They do custom Porsches, custom restored Porsches. That's their specialty. But then on certain Saturdays, they highlight other cars. And I'll just say vehicles because sometimes they're motorcycles and things like that. And so basically, they pop the hoods, and you can see the engines and the motors and carburetors and wires and all the things that are under the hood that I guess people who love cars love to see. So today's theme will be military vehicles. So if you like those, I think they call them Humvees or something. If you like those, they'll probably have a bunch of those that you can look at and see maybe what the standard is that's different between the military and the commercial vehicles. I'm sure there's got to be some differences. I assume the military vehicles are tougher and heavier and that sort of thing. Oh, we just all kind of conversations going on. Okay, wait a minute. Don't let me miss anything. Okay, so we were saying Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, William. Same to you, indeed. And Dave is saying, thanks, buddy. Right back at you. Indeed. Okay, Dave. This is so fun when people drop by. It makes it more, more interactive. And then William saying, Happy Valentine's Day with hearts. Love that 2026. Thank you, William. Dave says, You had me at carburetors. I once went to a similar event. It wasn't at Rhodes Scholars. It was a mechanic who did racing cars. I forget. I forget that. I recently saw him waiting for his wife at the hospital. I forget his. I'm so bad at names, but anyway, I went to his shop, and he had a similar event where they had cars with the hoods up, and the guys were all, they were like, "Wow," ooh. I was like, "Okay, it's a car." I fine, but they were all excited. So I thought it was cool actually. It's just that I don't really know one engine from the other, but obviously, guys who are really into, I should say guys and men and women, both who are really into cars. Are into these types of events. So you have another hour for you to mosey on over there and take a look at some military vehicles, both inside and out. Now, the farmers markets are both open until noon, so you have a couple of hours. Durham Central Park is the home of the Durham Farmers Market downtown at 501 Foster Street, open until noon. The South Durham Farmers Market, open until noon at the Hub RTP at 500 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. Both of them have these tokens. They have separate tokens, so you can't get them mixed up. But you can go to either of these farmers markets if you use SNAP, EBT, WIC. If you live in a DHA home, and so you can double your money. Register first. Go to the register might be kind of formal, but anyway, go to the manager's table and show your credentials that you're on, any of these programs, and yeah, you can double your money, get lots of more food that you planned to originally get. So if you thought you could only spend $10, you can get $20 worth of food because they'll give you $10 worth of tokens. So whatever you spend, they'll double it. I think that's great. Okay, the Durham Craft Market, they share Durham Central Park with the Durham Farmers Market. They're on the north end. Oh, by the way, if you go to the South Durham Farmers Market, there's plenty of parking, no worries. If you go to the Durham Farmers Market downtown, you can park in that parking lot for free just south on Foster, or go just west to Morris and park for free in the Measurement Incorporated parking lot. All righty. Going on right now, Jules Outreach is hosting Jules Feeding Friends, which is a grocery giveaway. So that is going on right now for another hour at Monroe Christian Church, 1701 Sherman Avenue. You can pop open the rear door or the trunk, and they'll place your food right inside. Oh, Dave had a question. Wait. And he said, that's exactly what a car show is like. Yeah, they're looking at the innards, so to speak. Oh, nice shirt. Yeah, Special Olympics. I'm representing Special Olympics today. I DJ for them every year, and I just got the dates for this year. May, usually the middle of May. 2 days, I DJ for kids. So actually, what the Special Olympics, I really love Special Olympics. What they do every year, they host two parties. One for the little ones, kindergarten through middle school, and through middle school, right, the cutoff point for middle school age. And then the second party is for the big kids, and that's middle school through high school. And it's so much fun. It is so much fun. I've been doing it for years. I really love it. All righty, let's see. So that's Jules Feeding Friends. Okay, now, two PAC meetings are going on. If you're wondering, what's she looking at? My clock is over there. I'm using it for reference. So, two PAC meetings are going on right now. And in this case, PAC stands for Partners Against crime. It's run by the Durham Police Department. These meetings are really great because you get to find out what's going on in your community. You very often you don't think the police know what's happening, but I've been really surprised to see that they really know what's going on, at least when it, as you know, pertains to crime. So you can find out what's going on from the police, or you can tell them, and they can, reinforce your ideas. Also, you can talk about city and county programs and services. And sometimes folks from Durham Parks and Recreation will drop in and let you know what's going on to encourage you to come back to the park and not just to go to the park for the PAC meetings. So District 3 PAC is meeting right now. District 3 is like the west side of Durham. They're meeting right now at Lion Park Recreation Center, 1309 Halley Street. There's a parking lot right across the street, or you can park along the street that is just east of the park. What is the name of that street? I can't think of it right now. But there's definitely a parking lot right in front, across the street rather. So that's the west side of Durham, more or less. Let's just say south and west. So even though the meeting started at 10, it's okay to tiptoe in late. But if you feel like you just can't stand being late, then you can go to the you click on the link and join via Zoom. And that doesn't mean you can't participate, because the program that they use allows you to ask questions. They'll know you're there, and then you can ask questions of the speakers and whatnot and participate as if you were there. Now, the District 4 and District 5 PACs meet together. District 4 is like south of Durham, yeah. And then District 5 is like downtown Durham. So they meet together. They've been doing so ever since COVID. So they meet together at the IR Home Senior, also known as Campus Hills Recreation Center, 2000 South Alston Avenue. That meeting also started at 10. Same deal. If you don't want to come in late, and they don't mind, because I see people tiptoeing in late all the time. It's Saturday. They don't mind. But you can also click and join via. I'm saying Zoom. They're using a. I don't know if it's called Zoom, but they have this thing called the Owl that they use. But anyway, you can click and you can join virtually. I'll put it that way. Okay. Now, the Pauli Murray Center for History and Social Justice, which is at 906 Carroll Street, they have open Saturday, where from 10 until 2, you can take self tours. You can enjoy the renovations of her home. And Pauli Murray was the first black female Episcopal priest, also an attorney, civil rights advocate, author, fantastic person, and also neighbor of my cousin Julia, late cousin Julia. But anyway, you can take a self tour and enjoy the renovations of Pauli Murray's home. It's a modest home. It's really cool. And it's like a museum. It is a museum, basically. And just walk around and you can hear her voice. They have her voice on tape. And you can see videos and just see items. And William is saying Lion Park. Indeed. Yes, 1309 Halley Street. Indeed. Okay. So that's going on until 2. Now, tickets range from $2 to $10, and it's all about what you can afford. They don't want you to pay more than you can afford, of course. And of course, when you do pay, that helps them to keep the household, to keep it up. Now, it is second Saturday, so we're talking about grocery giveaways. I told you about Jules Feeding Friends. So, White Rock Baptist Church and One Love Christian Church will both be giving away food from 11 until 1. Don't be embarrassed if you need the help, if you need the food, your cupboard's bare, your money's short. Go ahead and stop by. White Rock Baptist Church is on the south end of town at 3400 Fayetteville Street, and One Love Christian Church is on the north end of town at 1315 Horton Road. So both are giving away food from 11 until 1. Now, Wheels Durham at 715 North Hoover Road, they're hosting Kids Bop Skate from 11 until 1:30. This is for the kids. So admission is 13. If your child doesn't have skates, you can rent skates for 6. And if your kid wants to be fancy, you can pay 7 for rollerblades. Now, if you're a non-skater and age 18 plus, and you're just there to watch your kid or your little neighbor or cousin or whatever, then you only pay 4. Okay. Now the Community Health Coalition. Oh, did I give you the time? From 11 until 1:30. I hope I gave the time. Okay. The Community Health Coalition, they're hosting a food giveaway. They're giving away groceries at Kyle's Temple, AME Zion Church, 409 Dunstan Avenue. Is kind of in the middle of the block, so you might not have ever noticed that it's there. But I would suggest that you approach, even though it's closer to Fayetteville Street, I suggest that you approach from Roxborough because parking is only allowed on the south side of the street. So as you're coming up Dunstan from Roxborough, then you'll be on the right side, the correct side of the street to park. And some people, I see them parking on the wrong side sometimes, and they run in and get the food, and then, I mean, you can do that too. And they have a little driveway, so I'll leave that up to you as to how you're going to approach this. But I also want to point out that you should not go upstairs to the sanctuary. When you get to the church, you just go to the left. You'll see the door and just walk right on in. It's a big, heavy door, and they will not hear you knock. So just walk right on in. And we must St. Kyle's Temple, AME Zion Church, up the road from St. Mark, AME Zion Church. That's true. That is absolutely true. It's about half a mile, something like that. That is true. All right. So that food giveaway will start at noon and will go for a couple of hours until 2 o'clock. And I heard from a good friend that they give away some really good food. I think last week they were giving away whole cartons of eggs. Serious. Okay, now let's see. Oh, there's another food giveaway. Jamaat Ibad Al Rahman, that's the masjid that is on Fayetteville Street across from Chicken Hut. Because there's two, There's one in Parkwood, and then there's one on Fayetteville Street, right next door to Food Lion. So if you're in need, you don't have to be Muslim to stop by. So stop by their neighborhood food pantry giveaway at 3034 Fayetteville Street. Will be from 2 until 4. All righty. Now, this is pretty wild. It is Valentine's Day, and you should get used to this. Wheels Durham, they're always on point when it comes to celebrating and holidays. They must have a really creative staff and leadership because they have such fun roller skating. Oh wait, what is Oh, William just repeated what he said. Okay. He said, it's the nearby Amy Zion Church. Okay. Wait. So Kyle's is the nearby Amy Zion Church so are you saying that they're a spinoff of St. Mark AME Zion? Because I've heard of churches doing that. In fact, I think Church on Beacon Light, I think it's a Baptist church on Cook Road, is a spinoff of White Rock. I found out. Yeah. So if that's what you're saying, that's interesting. And if that is indeed what you're saying, I didn't know that. I wonder if you knew about Beacon Light. And I wonder how many other churches have spun off of the big popular churches, because that happens a lot where people have their own ideas and then they start their own churches. And yeah. Anyway. Oh, while we're talking about churches, Russell Memorial, that was started by my family way back in the day, about 100 or so years ago. Okay, let me continue. So Wheels Durham, I was going on and on about Wheels Durham. They're having a Valentine's Day extended skate special. And what they mean is usually they have 2 afternoon skate sessions, but what they're doing today is that they're putting them together so that you can skate not just from 2 until 4 or whatever, but from 2 until 7:30. That's a lot of skating. That is a lot of skating. But yeah, it's the Valentine's Day extended skate special, and you still only pay 13. So you're paying 13, but you're getting in 2 skate sessions. I think that's worth it. And again, you can rent skates if you don't own skates. So that should be, and again, if you're 18 plus and you're not going to skate, but you're just there to watch your kids, you do pay for it. And they have a clear bag policy to stop people from bringing in like weird things that they shouldn't be bringing in. Got a link there so you can see the schedule and buy your ticket in advance. Oh, and William Andrews Long's Memorial AME Zion Church is on Cook Road. Where is there another? Is there's 2 churches on Cook Road? Okay. Interesting. I guess I only noticed Beacon Light because I've been there. I used to deliver the Skyrider there, and also um, the late Mr. Harrison went to that church, and they also had a health fair that I attended. So all righty, let's see. Oh, Danny Smith, who's a singer songwriter, he'll be giving a free concert tonight at the Sacred Grounds Coffee House, which is the Christian music venue at 2700 North Roxrow Street at St. Paul United Methodist Church. The music starts at 7:30. It's a free concert, but of course, any donation that you might want to make will be graciously accepted. Okay, what? Okay. Oh, Dave has the skate icon. They're so small on the screen here on my dashboard. I hope they're bigger on your computer and your uh, tablets and phones. And then you know a lot about AME Zion churches, William. Wow. Mount Olive, AME Zion Church is on West Club Boulevard in Durham, NC. Now I've seen, oh yes, I've seen that one. Yeah, I've definitely have seen that one. That's for sure. Because I've zipped up Club Boulevard a lot since moving to Durham. Now, Wheels Durham is not finished because at 8, they're going to have For the Love of Hip Hop Valentine's Day Skate. That's going to be tonight from 8 until 10:30. So, for you lovers, you go out there and do some roller skating together while holding hands and skating backwards and showing off and do all those, like in the movies. So admission is 14, and again, you can rent skates if you don't own skates. And this is for the 18 plus crowd. All right. Now, tomorrow, Sunday morning meditation at Shambhala Center of Durham, 733 Rutherford Street, which is right around the corner from 9th Street. This will be from 9 until noon. It's a drop-in event. You don't have to be there all 3 hours, but you can meditate or you can learn how to meditate if you always wanted to learn how. They have sitting meditation, and there's something called walking meditation. And if you can't attend in person because you're still in your jammies, you just want to stay comfortable, then you can attend via Zoom. How about that? Okay. Wheels Durham is back. They're going to have Sunday public skate tomorrow from 12:30 until 3. Admission is 13. And then another session from 3:30 to 6. And admission, again, is 13. Now, don't waste Durham. They're hosting a boomerang bag sewing party. That's going to be tomorrow from 1 until 4 at So Crafty, which is downtown at 101 Orange Street. So what they do is that they take donated materials like, canvas, cotton, whatever. And if you want to donate, you can. And then volunteers meet at So Crafty, and then they make bags. And the concept of boomerang bag is that you can use a bag. You're at a store, you're buying something, and instead of just a 1-day purpose plastic bag, you're using a cloth bag, and then you can reuse it. So so the bag is more useful, and then we're not wasting, it must be frustrating for the people who make bags to see us use the bag once and then throw it away. But yeah, this is a great idea. So you can use the bag over and over. You can keep the bag and use it whenever you shop, or you can return it to the store. Either way is fine with them. So they do this tomorrow from 1 until 4, and then you can click on the link and then choose the hour that you can volunteer. And they need people who can iron seams really well, and also people who obviously need to learn, who already know how to use a sewing machine. You know what? I left out something about the Valentine's Day skate. Not the hip hop skate, but the wait, where is it? There it is. So, for today's Valentine's Day extended skate special, which will be between 2 and 7:30, I forgot to point out the first 100 skaters receive a box of chocolates. Wow. That's a lot of chocolates. And can you imagine a stack of 100 boxes of chocolate? Wow. So the first 100 skaters will get a whole box of chocolates. That's all the more reason to get there right at 2, or right before 2. Get that chocolate. Okay, let me go back to Sunday. So did I mention, yes, Sunday public skate, the second session, 3:30 to 6. Okay. Triangle Dance Studio, they're hosting the Sunday Salsa Social tomorrow, and that is where from 6:30 until 9:30 you can go ahead and just dance. You can dance to salsa, bachata, cha-cha, kizomba, merengue, cumbia. If you're saying, "Ooh, I don't know how to dance those dances," that's okay because at 6:30, that's when the dance lesson starts. So after you take your dance lesson, they'll let you loose and you just go ahead and just dance to your heart's content, at least until 9:30. Admission is 9, 7 for active military and students with current ID, and then free for young people age 16 and younger. And let's see what Dave is saying. And Dave is saying we in his city in Texas did away with bags years ago. And he says, I've gotten so used to it that it's strange to get them at the store. Well, how do you take things home? Oh, you bring your own bags. Okay, okay. I was going to, oh my God. Because I've been at, what is that? What store is that? Is it Aldi? Where you have to get like boxes from the shelves and put your stuff in there, and which is pretty wild. But yeah, actually, let me see if I can grab, oh, let me show you my bag. In honor of my grandmother, who used to have a big straw colorful Mexican bag, I have a plastic bag. I guess this is like PVC, like a vinyl kind of thing. So this is a great, great shopping bag. So I have one in hot orange and I have one in hot pink. There you go. Yeah, it's good to have your own bag because it is, I guess it is wasteful to use those plastic bags and then throw them away, you know? Alrighty. And then Dave has, oh, skate. Oh, I love this. Wait, let me see. There it is. Skates and hearts. Love that for Valentine's Day. Or some people say Valentine's Day. All right. And he's agreeing with me. Yeah. All right. Now, last but not least, Scopy. He was on our show yesterday. He was on Bull City Hangout, and he was telling Scopy Mosley, and he was telling us about this event, which starts at 7. That'll be tomorrow. So he is from the Guiding Project, and basically, the Guiding Project is a collection of blind and visually impaired artists, advocates, and health workers. They promote independence and accessibility through community, technology, and art. So tomorrow at 7, Scopy will be leading a virtual tour of art in Durham. of the downtown Durham public art displays. So this will be a virtual tour, but it's audio described. So if you can't see well or you can't see at all, you can still connect with community through art by learning about the different displays that are downtown. And I'm assuming that it's not just going to be the murals, but also the sculptures, because there are some downtown sculptures as well. So I hope he includes those too. So basically, Scobie will be giving rich descriptions of these pieces, giving cultural context and the emotional tone of the artist. In other words, what the artist had in mind when they made the art. And he'll explain who's who, because there's a bunch of Pauli Murray murals, and people who aren't native Durhamites, or maybe they just moved here, or maybe they just don't know who Pauli Murray was. They're wondering, who is that lady I keep seeing on all the murals? Because she is, let's see, I've seen there's at least three, maybe four murals, Pauli Murray murals. There's a bunch of them. But anyway, they're probably wondering, who is this lady? So Scobie can tell you. That's going to be tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Now, I have a number that you can call in and the access code so that you can, end up at the right meeting. And this should be really fun. Be sure as you're attending this meeting or tour that you put in your 2 cents, so to speak, or 10 or 15 cents, because this is a community conversation about art. It's not just Scobie taking us on tour. It's a conversation. A lot of people who are visually impaired feel left out. I can imagine anybody feeling left out if there are things that aren't really catered to them and with them in mind. So join the guiding project led by Scopie Mosley tomorrow online at 7, and let them know I sent you. I'll be attending as well. I might be a little late. I have a gig tomorrow, actually. Actually, if you know someone who's developmentally disabled, there's a party at Jewish for Good tomorrow at 4:30. And yeah, it's an inclusion dance party, 4:30 until 6. You might want to check that out. Go to Jewish for Good. What is it? JewishForGood.org, I think it is, and check it out. All right, I think that is pretty much it. Let's check the weather. It is winter, but it's starting to warm up a little bit, at least today. Let's see. So right now it's 49. That's not bad at all, but check this out. Not only is it 49 and obviously sunny, it's going up to 59 degrees. Dave, don't laugh. I know you're in Texas. But for the rest of us, we're very excited that we're going up to 59 today. And Dave is saying, DJ Pity Pat is going to do the work. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it all the way, jamming, live, cutting up. Got my request list on point, ready to go. You know that's right. Yes, sir. So we're excited that it's going up to 59. And then tomorrow is a different story. Oh no, my gig is tomorrow. Oh, I hope it's not raining. Oh my goodness. So tomorrow the high will be 49 with a 95% chance of rain. But hopefully it won't be raining at that time. Oh my goodness, I hate when people get wet. I hate to get wet. I don't want my gear getting wet. Anyway, that's going to be tomorrow. 49 degrees, 95% chance of rain. We will get through it together. Now, looking ahead to next week, let's see. This is okay. Monday, 58 and rain. So, cloudy all week. What in the world? But anyway, check out these temperatures. Monday 58, Tuesday 65, Wednesday 67, Thursday 73. What? Friday 75. What on earth? And then Saturday it calms down a bit, 63, and then Sunday 49. But hey, how about that for winter temperatures? 70. People are going to go crazy. And wait, let's see. So next Friday is third Friday. So the art walks, the third Friday gallery walks. Yeah, I think everybody's going to come out next Friday for sure. 75 degrees? Oh my goodness. Love it. That is it for today's show. I think I got all the comments, I believe. So, Dave, thank you. William, thank you. Viewers who are watching the replay, thank you. Durham Skywriter is Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Bull City Hangout every day at noon, Saturdays at 10. Now you can watch Bull City Hangout, of course, on Facebook, but then you could also watch on YouTube, and it's also on Twitch. For some reason, I can't get back on LinkedIn. It was on LinkedIn, and somehow Barb Tomlin, who's a super expert, said that it's not just me. A lot of people are having trouble getting on LinkedIn as far as live streaming. So I guess I'll work that out. And I'm trying to figure out a way. I can't forget to try to do this on Instagram. So I'll be hopefully on Instagram real soon. It just takes extra steps. And Dave was saying, oh, and Dave is saying, as a reminder, it's going to be hot as heck before we know it. And I'm looking forward to it, Dave. I love hot weather. Have a great day, buddy. Hope it stays dry for the gate. Me too. And thanks, Dave. Fist bump, of course, as always. Thank you, Dave. And thank you for being a regular viewer. I really appreciate you. All right. And with that, you have a beautiful weekend. I'll be back Monday. Let me see if I'll be doing the show live Monday. Let's see. Monday. Yes, I will be doing the show live. And I want to give an advance happy birthday to my friend Maria from back home. Her birthday is Monday. So I hope we can celebrate somehow online. It'd be cool if she came on the show and we sang happy birthday to her. Wouldn't that be nice? Ooh, yeah, we'll have to see about that. But anyway, I will bid you adieu. You have a beautiful weekend. See you Monday. Ciao for now.